Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well. Again, I have to say this the second time this evening. Patience is a virtue still. And you gotta wait a little bit, and you're gonna find out that what you assessed was true. And it's okay, no problem. Sometimes we make mistakes. Most of the time we are right. And what happened now? Ukraine and Poland are not allies. Ukraine and Poland are not friends. Okay? That's my direct statement and assessment. They are partners sometimes in crime and never in doing good. Why? Because both countries most of the time have different interests, geopolitical goals, and one country claims it has some territories inside of the other country. And the same country claims that the other country killed tens of thousands of their people during the Second World War in what they call a genocide. So these things, unless you become a robot or you have no brains or heart, then you will just befriend the other guys. So what happened here? You know, in a relationship or in a friendship, a friendship has to be reciprocal, so reciprocal. You have to, if I do something to you, you do something to me back. Don't want good things. If I help you, help me. You know, this is a friendship. But the friendship is when you are in need, not when things are great. When things are great, everybody's your friend. That when things get, a little bit murky, and you need someone to, help you or, show up, then you see who is your friend. So again, when things are okay, we're all friends. The relationship is great. When we have problems, then you see how much someone is really your friend. And Zelensky is not Poland's friend. He's not. Why? For many reasons. One of them is a different country. Poland is in a different country, as I said at the beginning. Different goals, different views on how things should be. Poland is following some orders from Washington, D.C. Poland is the Trojan horse, the American Trojan horse in Europe. It can activate through Poland what used to do through other means and other countries, like, for instance, Denmark. Remember, I think it was 2012, NSA entered, remember? It was 2012, wasn't it? I think it was one in 2018 or 2019. Nevertheless, who cares? Now they have Poland. So Poland, if you remember, and you should remember, did almost everything it was told with its interest to help the partner and friend Ukraine against the evil Russians. I think, I just have a gut feeling, the Poles dislike the Ukrainians as much as they dislike the Russians. The problem is the Russians are stronger, so the Poles hate them even more. Is this thing reciprocal? Yeah, I think it is. I don't think the Russians really love the Poles. But anyway, what do I know? Let's move on. So if you remember, the Poles helped the Ukrainians for the past 2 years at least. Like crazy help. And the Ukrainians showed no reciprocity. Now, the Poles react to the passage of grain destroying the farmers, the Polish farmers' lives. Why? Because Brussels told Donald Tusk and his party to institute some, free access of cheap, and I think it's also uses some unaccepted first fertilizer in the European Union to transit and sometimes stop in Poland. The farmers don't like that, and they said we're not going to listen to those guys in Brussels because they destroy our lives. So the Ukrainians should not enter the European market as they do at a dumping price. And the Poles got out and say, no, we're going to blockade this. And they did. Their government is, what should we do? I know we are the weasels of Brussels, but we also have the people and we have the opposition. They're going to use this. So what are we going to do about it? Ukraine, which in this case, should say, well, you know what? It's your decisions, guys, what you do. Actually, we're just going to destroy your farmers, so we don't care. But nevertheless, You should allow our grain to come over there and destroy your, as I said, agriculture, your sector. It's fine. And because you don't let us, Brussels said you should let us, you are bad dudes. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to hurt you back. So the allies, the friends, are fighting the friends for not being friends in one issue. Remember, Poland did 99.9% of everything. Everything. Got refugees, gave them a free meal, gave them free locations where they can sleep, employed them. They gave them weapons, they got NATO troops, they got so many things for Ukraine. I don't think it is for Ukraine. Ukraine, because Ukraine were fighting the other guy that they don't like, and at the orders of Washington. And hoping that maybe the Russians will beat the Ukrainians and they could have the right, can we go in, to get their Ukrainian western part, Lviv and so on, Lutsk and whatever over there. So that's one of the, these are some of the main goals of Poland. Poland is dissatisfied, is frustrated. It thinks that it shouldn't be like this big, but it should be like this big on the European map. That's what I think. They ignore the fact that they were taken and given certain land. They were given from the Germans' land, and they were taken from the eastern part of, given to the Soviets, and so on. But they want that back, and they also want to even go further with Germany. Anyway, that's a different story. Just to understand a little bit what's going on over there. That's exactly what's going on over there. Okay, I'm not gonna bow down on that one. Oh, you can give me this and that. All right. The point is, the fact is, the Poles did almost everything to help these guys. These guys are touched in one thing, and they also said, "We're gonna hit you. We're gonna hurt you." What is that? How friendship is? Alliances are. So let me show you how this Zelensky. Being a Zelensky Stein as well, he's going to threaten the Poles with retaliatory strikes, economic, I mind you. Forgetting that those guys helped them for the past 2 years at least, full force. Now that's not a friend. I mean, if you think that's a friend, I hope you have all your friends like that. I really do. Like Zelensky. So, Ukraińska Prawda, Zelensky on Polish border blockade. If situation is not resolved by the Poles, Ukraine will have to defend its business. Oh, so we have to defend our business that's going to sell Ukrainian grain, I would say illegally on the European market and at a dumping price. We have to defend it, but you can't defend your industry. No, the farmers, you should not defend them. So what is the Polish government going to do? Will it be a traitorous government? Or is going to be a Polish government? I think by definition now having Donald Tusk in charge is a treacherous government that is on the Brussels side against its own people. And Zelensky is above Poland because Zelensky is the American's boy. Poland is the American boy, but the interest of Zelensky is bigger than the Poles. So I'm guessing the Americans will intervene and with their little, ways, will tell the Polish government to solve the problem with its own farmers. Bam, bam, bam. In the name of, I don't know, some little Brussels policies. So let me show you how Zelensky, in his own group's way, put the situation or expose the situation like how it is. He's going to blame the Poles all the way. And also I'm going to give you an example from the past when Zelensky did the same thing with other allies in Europe when they didn't like something. Again, countries that did everything for him. When he was a little bit hurt, he said, you know what? Click, click, turned off the pipe flow. No more gas for you. Why? This guy did not pay. So, did not pay? A contract is a contract. We are in business here, but you should give me everything. Remember that thing? I'm going to tell you later. So let's read this imbecile here. Weasel. Zelensky has stated that Ukraine is focused on resolving the issue of lifting the blockade at the Polish border, but it cannot be achieved. If this cannot be achieved, the authorities will defend Ukrainian businesses. Okay, how about Poland doesn't give you shit anymore? You want to fight with Poland? If Poland tomorrow closes its border with everything, you die in a week. The whole thing over there dies in a week. Slovakia with Mr. Fico, Prime Minister, I don't think so. And then you got Orban. And you got the weasels from Romania, which are going to just, they are already with the pants down, bent over, and bloody. So let's move on. Now, this is Ukraine needs to be supported now. How about the other guys needing something from you? Nah. It's not reciprocity here. No. We have a working relation with Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk, and we have had meetings. I recently met with Andrzej Duda, the president, as well, and with Ursula von der Leyen. Oh, okay. I have been saying that this is a political issue since last April, and today the European Commission has confirmed this. Zelensky believes that there is an internal struggle in Poland, so it's all in Poland, not us trying to sell our thing and Poland doesn't want to take it. And this is simply unfair to use Ukraine as leverage against European institutions. See how he takes it? Oh, actually, those guys are fighting internally about the money from Brussels. It's a fight over internal thing, and we have nothing to do. How about you don't send your grain? You don't send it. Problem solved. Nah. So you're the problem. You're the problem. The same with these guys. Why do we have this kind of racism, xenophobia? Well, do you have diversity? There you have the answer. Anyway, quote, I believe that the prime ministers will find the appropriate steps. As president, I saw openly that it is very important for us to maintain our alliance with Poland. Of course it is. And if steps are not taken by the Poles, then we will defend our businesses. Okay, my friends, defend your businesses because you were touched one time that you didn't like, one time, and you're going to hit them back. Interesting, friend. Now let me tell you the other story. Remember when Russia, it was about the Druzhba friendship pipeline that goes from Russia through Ukraine, goes to and gives gas to Slovakia, Hungary, I think some Poland and Germany. Last year sometime, the Russians supposedly they paid for the transit, and the Ukrainians said that they didn't receive the payment. Therefore, they turn off the gas, and they punished the Russians. That's what they said, for not paying, therefore they cannot get money from the customers. But the customers were cut off from gas. So the countries that I mentioned did not have gas coming from Druzhba. The allies, the Germans, the Poles, the Hungarians, the Slovaks, just like this, said we didn't receive the payment today we close it off. Another friend. If you remember, Slovakia and Hungary, they paid in their whatever currency, they paid through their methods in Russia's name, in Russia's behalf, paid for the transit to the fucking Ukrainians that were very business, right there. So the Ukrainians can unlock the gas coming from the evil Russians. And the Russians gave Slovakia and Hungary some money. I don't know exactly what they gave them. Now that's a friend, isn't it? The moment they felt a contract is a contract, but then they beg these guys always, help us, give us this, you owe us, we defend you. You defend shit. You are at those guys' orders. What are you talking about? Anyway, so here it is, my friends. We're such a friends. No. What is Poland going to do? The Polish government will hurt its own people. That's what I think it's going to do. It's going to turn around and destroy its farmers. It's going to look down and destroy, we're going to call them names. They're going to destroy their morality. They're bad, you have no ethics. You're bad people. You're Putin's friends. You support this. You're against, you're blah, blah, blah. They will try that. And I don't think the farmers will fall for that. Why? Because their lives depend on what they do over there. Their livelihood. So then I don't think shaming them will work. And they're going to be more. They're going to put the police on them. That's the next one. I think they're going to put the police for the repressive apparatus in Poland will be activated and the guys will be removed, beaten and removed. That's what I foresee happening in Poland. After they try to bribe them, I think they already tried to solve the problem with going to give you money. And the Poles said, nah, you want us out now. And then you solve the problem among you guys. And then we do it again. You stop us before getting there. No, thank you, we'll stay here. You see, these guys are going to beat up the farmers. That's what I foresee. And in the name of what? Of the friend who's going to retaliate. Why? Because you don't allow him to screw your agriculture industry. Fantastic. No, that's a friend for you. Good luck. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.